Hi, Cheryl Mays from Rise and Shine Consulting and Coaching Firm, and then Master the Sale Academy. And I am here. Let's give people a few minutes to chime in. I usually do the 30-second intro and didn't hit the right button that time. So we'll just give people a few moments to chime in. I am always excited to be able to come and talk about how to increase your experience for your customers, how to increase your experience for your employees, how to increase the experience for you as a business owner or a leader in the business. Because truly, when you're talking about world class service, and I'm not talking about just any type of service, right? Where you're just providing a product or a service and people are getting what they paid for, but I'm talking about elevating that. I'm talking about going to the next level. And that's when you talk about world class service. And I want to talk about communication because that is huge. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to tell you about the communication course that I have coming up on Thursday. But let's talk about communication for a minute because when you're talking about customers, right? And don't forget, whenever I talk about customers, I'm also talking about internal customers, right? Those coworkers, those employees, because they too need to be valued and appreciated and respected because you want them to come back, just like you want your outside purchasing customers to come back. And so let's talk about communication because that is vital, right? It is vital to the relationship. When you have an inability to communicate, to clearly and concisely get your views across, then you open up the door for misunderstanding. You open up the door for negativity and you open up the door for your lack of confidence to surface. So it's important that you understand the important elements of how to communicate. And for some people, it is really super easy because they are just that communicatable person, right? They're approachable. They have this outgoing personality and they understand the importance of building a relationship, and it's not always about them. And that's what I want to talk about when we talk about communication. I'm going to give you 3 pointers. Actually, we'll do four. I'll give you 4 pointers on communication. Number one, it's to be a better listener, right? We hear all of these things about 2 ears and 1 mouth. Listen, when you have the ability to be an effective listener, an attentive listener, that tells your people that you do respect them enough that you are paying attention. And then what does that give you the opportunity to do? It gives you the opportunity to paraphrase what it is that they're saying for your own clarity and understanding. When you can paraphrase back to them what they're saying, then it says to them, this person is indeed paying attention, right? And not worrying about other things that are going on. The second thing is not to interrupt, right? Sometimes we have this script in our head, and before a person says something, we automatically know what they're talking about. And then we go to, this is what's going to happen next. Well, people want to be able to speak, people want to be heard. So allow them to speak by not interrupting. Because again, right, you're listening, you're attentively listening. And then what does that allow you to do? It allows you to ask the right questions. Now, mind you, I said the right questions, not just any questions, because you can tell when you're on the phone, you can tell when someone isn't paying attention. You can tell by the questions that they ask you, by the comments that they make, whether or not they're paying attention. So think about asking questions that will get you the results that you need. What are those results? You want to find out more about the situation. So what do? Well, there's two ways to ask questions. You use open-ended questions. Tell me more. Those allow you to be able to probe, right? Is this something that you do on an irregular, is this something that you do on a regular occasion? And if so, tell me more about what that looks like, right? Then you allow the person to elaborate. And then you have your close-ended questions, which are those yes or no questions. Does this happen every time? Yes or no. Did this happen when you hit this particular button? Yes or no? So it kind of gives you the ability to confirm some things that will allow you to now start to pinpoint where is this conversation heading. Now, this works really well if you are dealing with a customer and this customer is in conflict. This method of questioning works extremely well because it allows you to zero in on the issue, right? And not believe that you know what the issue is and then start trying to solve something that indeed is not the issue. So when you think about communication and you're dealing with customers, and we can even say if you're dealing with customers that have gotten angry because something has gone wrong in the experience that you provided for them, then you want to think about your confidence level because that's going to help you have this conversation. What's going to increase your confidence? If you know exactly about what you're talking about. So you got to know your product, you got to know the service. And oftentimes when I train, I have professionals that aren't really sure about the benefits of what they do. They know the features, but they're not really sure about the benefits. And so I love talking about communication because it's about tact, it's about diplomacy, and it's about professionalism. Those are those people skills that sometimes if you are a new person in the service industry, you haven't quite developed those skills yet. I have trained people that have been in customer service for 30 and 40 years, and they've said they've still walked away with some new ideas about how to communicate better. So there's that entire gamut of either new or seasoned where we can always be better in how we communicate with one another. And so on September the 14th is our course, How to Be an Effective Communicator. It's about the hacks of communication. It's at the Academy. So how do you get there? Well, you go to the website that I am going to place on the screen here. You go to the website right here, riseandshine.com/sale, and you register for the course. It's just that simple. You register for the course. Now, there's also a sales assessment. If you're a sales professional and you really want to know how good of a professional am I, take the assessment and then download the answers, and it will allow you opportunity to see where you ranked and how you can improve to get to the next level. Communication is so vital to your business. It's vital to the importance. It's vital to your customer's experience because it's important that your folks communicate effectively. That's what I wanted to share with you today. And I look forward to the Academy on Thursday. Remember, you still got time to get there. It's 2 days away, but you do have time to attend the Academy and walk away having a better understanding of how to communicate. And here's the great thing about it is it's not only that communication with your customers. You can utilize these skills to communicate on a personal level and be able to better interact with others. That's what I want for you. That's what the Academy does. So if communication is something that you want to be better at so that you can elevate what you do professionally and enhance your relationships personally, you want to attend the Academy on Thursday. Go to the website, register for the course. I look forward to seeing you there. Oh, wait, if you take the assessment, if you take the sales assessment, then you get a discount on the course. Yes. So take the assessment so that way you can get a discount on the course. So go to the site and I will see you on Thursday.